Good morning. Today we will solve some problems on electro-pneumatic cylinder sequencing. In electro-pneumatic controls or circuits, there are three basic steps. First is signal input devices. So it involves signal generation such as switches and contactor, various types of contacts and proximity sensors. Second step is signal processing. It uses a combination of contactors of relay or using programmable logic controllers. And third step is signal outputs. So outputs obtained after processing are used for activation of solenoids, indicators or audible alarms. There are seven basic electrical devices used in electro-pneumatic system. So first is manually actuated push button switches. Second, limit switches. Third, pressure switches. Fourth, solenoids. Fifth, relays. Six, timers. Seven, temperature switches. Other devices used in electro-pneumatics are proximity sensors and electric counters. Now we will see some problems, sequencing problems. So first problem is design of electro-pneumatic circuit for single cylinder operation with following sequence or given sequence using 4 by 2 both side solenoid operated valve as DCV. DCV means it is a direction control valve. The sequence, cylinder sequence given is A plus A minus with user selection option, single cycle and multi-cycle operation. Now for solving the problem, you have to first draw a pneumatic circuit. So you can see at the bottom there is a FRL unit, then there is a vent, then there is a direction control valve. So direction control valve, it is a 4 by 2 double operated or both side operated or solenoid operated valve as a DCV, direction control valve. Then at the top there is a cylinder A because only one cylinder it is required because it is a single cylinder operation. And then at the end of the piston rod you will see there are proximity switches. So the positions of proximity switches are A minus and A plus. So this is regarding the hydraulic pneumatic circuit. Now the sequence given, it is A plus A minus. So you can see in a problem the sequence given, it is A plus A minus. So A plus means forward stroke of cylinder A and A minus means return stroke of cylinder A. Then you have to draw the electrical circuit for both. So first electrical circuit for single cycle operation and second electrical circuit for multi-cycle operation. Now single cycle operation means after return stroke of cylinder A or the last cylinder, return stroke of last cylinder, the operation will be stopped until you press button again for next cycle. So that is a single cycle operation. And multi-cycle operation means after return stroke of last cylinder, again forward stroke of cylinder or the first cylinder will start automatically. Means cycle repeats. That is called a multi-cycle operation. Now we will see the electrical circuit for single cycle operation. So there are push button switches, then the sensors or relay coil, then the relay switches and solenoids that are connected in between 24 volt supply, and it is connected in between 24 volt and the 0 volt. 0 volt means it is a ground. So there are push button switches, then the relay coil, relay switches and solenoids that are connected between 24 volt and the 0 volt. Now when push button it is press or it is switch on, and when the cylinder is at A minus position, when the cylinder or the cylinder rod end is at A minus, then the relay coil, that switch activate the relay coil K1. Relay coil K1 activate the relay switch K1, and relay switch K1 that will energize the solenoid X1. So you can see the forward stroke. So when you energize the solenoid X1, there will be the straight flow of air. So pressure port, it is connected to working port A, and the working port B, it is connected to vent. So it results the forward stroke. At the end of forward stroke means when the cylinder rod end, it reaches at A plus. So you can see here that third vertical line. So A plus, that A plus switch that will activate the relay coil K2. Now relay coil K2 activate relay switch K2, and relay switch K2, that is fourth line, fourth vertical line. So relay switch K2 that will energize the solenoid Y1. So you can see in the diagram. So when Y1, solenoid Y1 that is energized, then it changes the position of direction control valve so that there are the cross flows. So pressure port, it is connected to working port B, and working port A, it is connected to vent, so that there is a return stroke of cylinder, that is A minus. So this is a sequence A plus A minus. So it is for single cycle operation. Now for multiple cycle operation, for repeated cycles, that A minus switch, it is connected parallel in a circuit in between 24 volt and the 0 volt. So at the end of return stroke, so A minus that will be activated directly without pressing push button, and the cycle repeats. So that is called the multi-cycle operation, because A minus switch, it is connected directly to the 24 volt supply, so that the cycle, so that you will get the repeated cycles. Then step displacement diagram. So step displacement diagram, x axis it is a time axis, and y axis it is a cylinder position. Now from A minus, the cylinder A is reached to A plus at time t. So you can find out the cylinder positions with respect to time by using step displacement diagram. So A minus to A plus, that is a forward stroke of cylinder A, and A plus to A minus, it is a return stroke of cylinder A. Now the next problem, that is the 3-cylinder problem. So design electro-pneumatic circuit for 3-cylinder operation with the given sequence using 4x2 both side solenoid operated valve as DCV, and the cylinder sequence it is given is A plus, B plus, delay, C plus, C minus, delay, B minus, A minus with grouping. So read carefully the sequence of cylinder. So it is A plus, B plus, delay, C plus, C minus, delay, B minus, A minus. With user selection option, single cycle and multi-cycle operation. Now, first draw the pneumatic circuit with grouping. With grouping means only one power pack that is used to operate all the cylinders, all the three cylinders. That is called with grouping circuit. So you can see at the bottom there is a FRL unit and the vent, and that FRL unit that will operate all the three cylinders. Then you will see the 4x2 both side solenoid operated valve. So that's solenoids X1 and Y1, that is for DCV1. Then X2, Y2, it is for DCV, that is direction control valve 2. And X3 and Y3, that is a direction, that is a solenoids for cylinder 3, DCV, that is direction control valve for the cylinder C. So there are three cylinders, cylinder A, cylinder B and cylinder C, that you can see at the top. And the proximity switches positions for cylinder A is A minus A plus, then for cylinder B is B minus B plus, and for cylinder C is C minus C plus. Then the pneumatic circuit without grouping. So use separate power packs for each cylinder. Remaining will be the same, that is direction control valves, cylinder and the proximity switches positions, that will be the same. Now electrical circuit diagram for single cylinder operation. So when push button, so first see the sequence A plus, B plus, delay, C plus, then C minus, delay, B minus, A minus. So first forward stroke of cylinder A, then forward stroke of cylinder B, then there is a delay. Then there is a forward stroke of cylinder C, then return stroke of cylinder C, then there will be some delay. All the operations that will be stopped for some time, means it is a delay. Then B minus means return stroke of cylinder B, and A minus means return stroke of cylinder A. So you can see the electrical circuit diagram for single cycle operation. So when you press the push button, or when the cylinder rod end is at A minus, it will switch on the switch A minus, which will activate the relay coil K1. Relay coil K1 that will activate the relay switch K1, which will energize the solenoid X1. So you can see in the diagram X1 solenoid. So when solenoid X1 is energized, there is a straight flow of air, so which connects pressure port P to the working port A, and working port B, it is connected to vent. So you will get the forward stroke of cylinder A. When the cylinder end or the piston rod when it is reached at A plus, so you can see the third vertical line. So A plus switch that will get activated, which will activate relay coil K2. Relay coil K2 activate relay switch K2, that is the fourth line, and relay switch K2 that will activate the solenoid X2. So when the solenoid X2, you can see here the solenoid X2, it is of cylinder B. So X2 when it is activated, so there will be the straight flow that is the cylinder direction control valve first position, there will be the straight flow of air. So pressure port, it is connected to working port A, and working port B, it is connected to vent. So due to the straight flow, there is a forward stroke of cylinder B. When the cylinder rod, when it is reached at B plus, that is the end of the forward stroke. When it is reached at B plus, you can see here fifth vertical line. So B plus switch get activated, then the delay it is required. You can see the sequence, the delay it is required. So the timer it is placed in a circuit, then which will that B plus that will activate the timer. The timer that will activate the timer switch. Then after some time, the timer switch that will get activated. So the time, for example, for 5 seconds, for 10 seconds, that will be given. So after that time, timer switch that will be get activated. So this is the sixth vertical line, and that timer switch that will activate relay that activate the solenoid X3. So solenoid X3 means, so this is a cylinder C, solenoid of cylinder C. So after energizing X3, there will be the straight flow, and you will get the forward stroke of cylinder C after some time, after a delay. So C plus that you will get. Now when the cylinder or the piston rod end, when it reaches at C plus, when it reaches at C plus, then you can see C plus, that is seventh vertical line. C plus that will activate relay coil K3. Relay coil K3 activate relay switch K3, and relay switch K3 that will energize Y3. So Y3 it is a solenoid, second solenoid of cylinder C. So when Y3 it is energized, it will change the position of direction control valve, and there is a cross flow. So pressure port P it is connected to working port B, and working port A it is connected to vent. Due to that, there is a return stroke of cylinder C, that is C minus in a given sequence. Then delay is required. So when during the return stroke, so at the end of return stroke, when the cylinder rod, when it is at C minus, so you can see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, ninth vertical line. So C minus that will activate timer, because after return stroke there is a delay is required. So it will activate the timer. So timer that will activate after some time, it will activate the timer switch, and after activation of timer switch by some time, so it will energize Y2. It will energize relay, it will energize the solenoid Y2. So you can see in a diagram, Y2 it is a second solenoid of cylinder B. So when Y2 it is energized, it will change the position, there will be the cross flow, and due to that there is a return stroke of cylinder B. When the piston rod, when it reaches at the end of return stroke, at when it is reached at B minus, so B minus switch that will get activated. So you can see here the last two vertical lines, B minus that will get activated, and it will activate the relay coil K4. Relay coil K4 that will activate the relay switch K4, and which will activate the solenoid Y1. So you can see here. So Y1 when it is activated, so it will energize, and there is a change in position. So there will be the cross flow, resulting return stroke of cylinder A. So these are the electrical circuit diagram for single cylinder operation, single cycle operation. When you require the repetition of cycles, then connect that A minus switch parallel in a circuit. So directly connect to the 24 volt supply line, so that there will be the repetition of cycles that you will get. Remaining circuits that will be same. Then step displacement diagram. So you will know the cylinder position with respect to time. So on a x-axis, for each cylinder, on a x-axis there will be the time, and on a y-axis there will be the cylinder position. So cylinder A, so A minus to A plus means it is a forward stroke of cylinder A. Then you can see in a cylinder B, after some time B minus, it is connected to B plus, that is a forward stroke of cylinder B. Then there is a idle stroke, or there is a delay, and after some time C minus, it is connected to C plus. Then C minus, delay, B minus and A minus. So that is regarding the step displacement diagram. So this is regarding the electropneumatic circuit sequencing problems. Thank you.